We want to tell you about a disturbing story in Malaysia where several girls have gone missing in the last few months. The South China Morning Post's Joseph Sipalan is covering the story for us in Kuala Lumpur. Joseph, first off, where are these incidents happening?
The incidents are actually happening across the country. We've got a mix of runaways and also some cases of attempted kidnapping. One of the most widely covered kidnapping case was in July when 6-year-old Albertine Leo was picked up by some unknown people while her family were attending a Bonodori festival in Johor State in the south. The police eventually found the girl a few days later, about 370 kilometers away in Selangor State, where she was staying in a hotel room with a 31-year-old man. Four suspects were arrested in that case, including two women. They were charged, I believe, for a sexual assault and also kidnapping. But they managed to find the girl. She's safe, and that was one of the better outcomes. One case that happened in August, unfortunately, was involved a 10-year-old girl named Nuraina Humaira Rosli, who was found dead a day after she went missing in a swampy area near her Orang Asli settlement in Perak State. Police is eventually arrested two males, one 27-year-old relative and a 17-year-old teen from the same village on suspicion of rape and murder. So this, unfortunately, is not a unique case. According to the authorities, the government had said that on average there are two missing persons cases reported on a daily basis.
Do authorities believe these are connected?
In most cases, no. They are all very much just happen in silos. But it does not discount the possibility of human trafficking syndicates, as in the case of the little girl, the 6-year-old Albertine, because the suspicion was that it could have been part of a trafficking syndicate. The cops haven't said much about that, but there are cases, documented cases of this happening in the past.
As we know, because of the frequency, it's enough to elicit public concern. So what do people fear is happening to these girls exactly?
Well, some child rights activists have basically raised concerns of possible sexual exploitation, particularly because a lot of the children that go missing are young girls. There are also young boys who face similar risks, but predominantly a lot of them, at least in recent months, were all girls. So the concern is really that they could be subjected to sexual predators or even sexual trafficking syndicates, not just in Malaysia, but also across the border. Malaysia and Thailand have a very porous border where a lot of trafficking happens in everything from drugs to weapons to even people.
So talk us through Malaysia's fight against human trafficking. Why is it such a persistent problem, and what has the government done to fight it?
Malaysia has, if I'm not mistaken, in 2015, legislated law to basically deal with human trafficking. This was partly to meet US requirements to rise up the ranks in their human rights ranking. The key problem, I believe, would be that there are a lot of syndicates that operate in Malaysia and also outside that traffic people. Could be from Thailand, and if you're talking about migrant labor from key source countries like Bangladesh and Nepal, where a lot of people, there's a lot of documentation of people being exploited and flown in with no jobs and suddenly just turned into slaves. So it's a very complicated and multifaceted problem that the government is attempting to address. Most recently, they reduced the percentage of foreign workers allowed to work in Malaysia to 15% of the total working population. So that's the first. They've never done that before. But whether that will solve the problem remains to be seen.
Thanks, Joseph. For more on this story, please visit our website at scmp.com.